Turn the music on. And it is time to Croc. This is Croc 2 for the Game Boy Color. It is a top-down action-adventure puzzle platformer game. Best one for the Game Boy Color. You may notice that Croc here, the little guy, he's moving quite fast. It's because we're running. When you're running, you move 1 pixel per frame. And you start running by double tapping a direction, and then you just keep running until you either let go of the D-pad or push something like we're going to do in the next room. We also move diagonally a lot. It's because when you move diagonally, it just adds horizontal and vertical movement, which ends up being like 1.4 times as fast as normal, I think. So we do it as much as we can. The goal of the game is just to make all the gobos outside in the worlds happy. This guy was unhappy because his friend was locked up in a box, so we unlocked his friend from the box. A+. This guy here, he's unhappy because a crow stole his sandwich. So we have to go get his sandwich back from the crow. Fair enough. Personally, I wouldn't want a bird sandwich, but if he wants it, he can have it. Oh yeah, now you've seen all the enemies in the game. There are 2 kinds of enemies, both called Dantinis. One that breathes fire, one that runs at you. That's it. That's all. Right here, we're gonna do some fun diagonal jumps. You'll see a lot of diagonal jumps in the game too, just to cut corners and make it generally a tiny bit faster. There's a couple skips we can do with diagonal jumps too. I don't know if the game designers just didn't think of them or didn't want to deal with them, but there's some skips you can do. Right here you can do a diagonal jump that's frame perfect, but it saves half a second. Not gonna try it. Here it looks like you could walk above the block. You can't, or the box. You can't, because Croc. You have to walk around the whole pen thing twice. You know, I never thought about that, but why is a watch in a pen? Seems like a really inefficient way of keeping a watch, like, safe. Oh yeah, the reason the watch is there, like originally the reason the watch is not in somebody's hands is because the Dantini stole it. Makes you wonder, like, did they build the whole fence just to keep out whoever wanted their watch back? Who knows? This here is the first switch puzzle. There's another one of these, and it has the exact same solution. It is happy sun, sad moon. Makes sense. Go over here. I think if you go off a ledge in that direction, like moving from left to right, it's a little bit faster than moving from right to left. Or from up to down, I think. Don't quote me on that. Right here is the only switch in the game you can activate by jumping. Really nice that you can activate it by jumping, but I wish you could do so with all the other ones. The other switches you have to activate by tail spinning, like that. And when you do so, you have to stop because tail spinning makes you stop. And there's only like 3 pixels you can hit it from if you're running, so it's just not... You know, I think it's too much work if you just want to hit a switch to have to do a trick that's like 2 or 3 frames if you're running. Just too much work. This here is our first boss. It's Savina the Squid. We have to throw 3 barrels at her to make her run away. Or make her start crying or something. The picture after this is pretty ambiguous. What the heck? Start running again. Oh, I guess she's sinking. I remembered a different picture, but I think it might have been from the PS1 version of this game. There's a longer cutscene on that version, so you actually have to watch it. This is Cossack Village, the second world. The main mechanic of this village is ice. Ice is a lot of fun because it makes you move twice as fast while you're running. and it makes you move, or it makes you slide. While you're walking, it's just like normal ground. So obviously, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run across all the ice. This level in particular doesn't have any ice, I don't think, but all the other ones do, and it's fun. Go up here, we have to do kind of a fun diagonal jump here. Ooh, missed it. It's not super tight, it's just kind of hard to time it, weird to time it, I don't know. Luckily, deaths in this game don't cost you that much unless you get a game over. If you don't get a game over, you restart at the beginning of the room, and like all the state in the room is the same. So like right now, if I died, those buttons would still be like lit, and this door over here, which they opened, would still be open. In fact, here we're gonna use a death abuse to make it a little faster. That jump's scary because it's downward. Downward jumps, just the way Croc's positioned and the UI and all that, you can't see as much looking down, so it's really scary when you have to make a downward jump. Over here, up, and around. If you jump on like the last frame, you can kill the guy there. And it's a little bit faster, but it's super scary, so I jump early. This next level here is the most annoying level, because it has a like, if you're casually playing this game, it has a required 2-frame jump. 2 of them. 2 required 2-frame jumps. That jump at first is scary, because diagonals in this game are not actually diagonals. They are like represented by a series of little like squares, so it's not exact. This is the 2-frame jump, number 1. And number 2. The second one is kind of easier because you can like stop right before you do it. And you can stop right before you do the first one, but that's slow, so we don't do it. Kill that guy. Second death abuse. I'm now at 0 lives, so I shouldn't die. If I die now, I'll be taken back to the beginning of the level and have to redo the whole thing. I would be at 1 life right here, but I died earlier, so I'm not at 1 life. Go up here, and there. Jump diagonally here. These ledges are pretty infamous for taking your run. Nope, made it all the way up them. Nice. Nice. Too much mashing. Here, jump across. Gonna get an extra life here. Yeah. Shit! Oh my god! What the heck? I can't believe I made it there. That is not the way you're supposed to do that. That is not the way you're supposed to do that. I thought I was going into a different room because I'm terrible at, like, sometimes I'll think I'm going into the next room. And you're supposed to just go over a little bit, and it's still tight, but it's not, like, that scary. You're supposed to just go over a little bit, then go up, then go left. That was slower, but it looked a lot cooler, so I'm happy with it. Wait, come on, no! This is an example of ice being annoying. You move 2 pixels a frame and you slide. Kinda tough. Okay. The reason we skipped the bucket on the way in was to do that. You slide a little bit after you pick up the bucket, so it's just faster to get it like on the way out. Grab that. Go up here and here. Have to jump real quick after we go left here. Right there. Got it. We can actually do this, like, jump to this ledge without having that box placed there, but without both boxes placed, the item we're supposed to get doesn't show up, so we have to put both of them in place anyhow. Got the scarf. We just built a snowman, by the way. We clothed him. I guess he was already built. This jump is kind of scary. Got it. That jump, if you just hold the direction after you come in, so you, like, it's fastest because you don't have to start another run. You have, like, no time at all to press jump. And there's just not a very good cue for when you're going to start moving. It's scary to me. Come on, start running. Look in the crystal ball again to go to the next village. Come on. This gobo is sad because I think the water valve wheel thing is gone. And that like screws up their whole water system or something, so we have to go grab it. Oh no, I am not used to getting hit by that first guy. I don't think I'm gonna die, but you can also death abuse in this level, though I really don't want to because it doesn't save much time and I only have 1 life. So we're gonna try not to death abuse in this level. Up there. I wish I could stop and pick up one of these hearts. These Dantinis can drop hearts, but it's slow to pick them up. You have to wait until the flashing lights go off to start jumping on these or else it doesn't count. Yeah, you can death abuse here and it's faster, but you know, I'm just not into that. I think it's only like a second faster. Do not get hit by... Oh my god, that was too close. I jumped a little bit too early there, almost. That was too scary. Okay, this next level is kind of annoying because it has a kind of tight jump. I guess it's not that tight, it's just scary because you can't see it very well. It's also annoying because you have to push a block around this whole block maze thing. Remember how I said you have to restart a jump every time you push a block? Think about how many times this is. Too many. Too many. Up and over. And that was just to block off the lava. With a block, I'm not saying it's wrong, but with a block that looks like wood, and I, you know, personally, I don't think wood would stop lava all that well, but Croc knows best. Come on. Cool. I didn't know you could do that jump until Whitson pointed it out to me. And it was like, hey, that looks cool. That was the scary set of jumps, and I got it. They're not really that hard. Like, it's not that tight, it's just scary. 4 plus 1 is 5, 4 minus 1 is 3. Fast math, quick math, whatever it is. That Australian rapper guy. You go right, right, up, right, and up. It's like the Lost Woods. I don't think that's the actual combination for the Lost Woods in Zelda. I have no clue what it is. Go over here and grab this gear. Cool. So now I'm not going to do the frame perfect jump because I'm on such good pace. There's a frame perfect jump you can do off to the right here, or you can take this platform. I am not going to do the frame perfect jump. Too good a pace to do it. Nice. This is a scary jump too. Nice. I'm going to take the slow route because that last jump is really scary too. Nice. This one, you do right, south, south, left, up. Kill this guy. You have to go like off basically, if you just walk straight in and then jump up there, you will lose your run, like stop running. But if you move a little bit left or right, like any at all left or right, you won't. This is the third boss. Dino something? I have no clue what the name is. You can... I'm not going to get a 3-cycle. You can technically get a 3-cycle on it, but you have to do it like perfect. Nice. Okay. That was not very good, but it worked. I think I almost died there too because I walked into it, but I killed it fast enough. This is Inca Village, last village. First, we have to go in here and deliver a letter. Let's see if I can do this right. I always messed this up a little bit since you have to jump like right there. Perfect. Nice. Okay. So now we have to push this block around. Over one more. If you don't push it over far enough, you can't push it up. Although it looks like you could, you can't. Push this guy up. Come on. Lost my run there. Less fast math here. This requires a total of 12 button presses. 8 times 4. Come on. Dang switches. There we go. This room is kind of scary. Perfect. Well, except for that end, but good enough. There's a 2-frame jump in this room. Right here. Got it. It was actually the last frame. If you get it on the first frame, you pause on the ledge. If you get it on the second frame, you just keep running. Cool. Whoa, saved time there. Did not expect to. This guy... Oh yeah, that guy that we gave the letter to didn't really give a crap about the letter. So now we have to go fall down a hole. Oops. Then do this puzzle thing. Nice. Some of those are kind of tight, so it's good that we made it. Get these 2 switches. For some reason, these switches feel easier to hit. I don't know if it's because of the way we're running at them or something, but they feel easier to hit. This guy has literally 10 text boxes that you have to mash through. And you can't just mash, like well, you do just mash, but like, there's a minimum time the text box has to be on screen. And this guy has like 4 things of text. Too much, too much. Kill this guy, up, up. Jump around this thing. Diagonal. No! Shoot. That's annoying because you like go diagonal and then immediately go up. That's fine though. Again, we have to move diagonal to not drop our run there. We just kill a bunch of bees. What the heck? I don't know why, but I guess I just didn't kill enough bees. Normally, you kill a couple bees and then you go to that spawning spot and you tail whip and it just kills the rest. But I guess I didn't kill enough bees to make the spawning spot start or something. Anyway, we're going into the final boss here. There's a fast strat we're gonna go for. It involves just going as fast as we can. No! No more fast strat. Shoot. If you miss it at all, like you're off cycle. That wasn't a terrible cycle to get on though, so Maybe this is still fine. This one we have like setups for, so we don't have to dodge this thing. You can stand there, and then you can stand just against the wall lined up with those pedestals. Yep. Hit him. I think you have to hit him 5 times. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to be walking there. That's it. That's Croc 2. God. Awesome PB. Awesome PB. That boss fight was so scary. So freaking scary. I can't believe I got such a good cycle. God, when I messed up the first one, I thought I was just toast. But no, that was great. Thanks for watching.